I'm standing in front of my bathroom mirror, just going about my normal routine. I lean in close to examine my skin, checking for any blemishes or imperfections. But as I pull back, I notice something strange in the reflection. At first, I think it's just a trick of the light. But as I focus on the image, I can see that it's another room. And in that room, there are two people. One person is on the floor, writhing in pain. The other is standing over them, holding a knife.
I watch in horror as the figure plunges the knife into the person on the ground, again and again.
I can feel my heart racing as I watch the scene unfold in the mirror. But then something even more terrifying happens. The person with the knife looks up and makes direct eye contact with me. I freeze, unable to move or look away. The figure slowly draws a finger across their throat, a deliberate and chilling gesture. I know that I'm in danger, that this figure wants to harm me. I quickly turn away from the mirror, my heart pounding in my chest. But no matter how hard I try, I can't shake the feeling of unease that has taken hold of me. Over the next few days, I become increasingly paranoid. Every time I look in a mirror or a reflective surface, I half expect to see the same horrific scene playing out before me. I start to notice things out of the corner of my eye, shadows that seem to move on their own, whispers that I can't quite make out. I feel like I'm being watched all the time, like something is waiting for me just beyond the veil of reality. Then I'm so tired one morning as I slog along trying to get ready for school, I have almost forgotten about the mirror people. But as I stare into the mirror, I can see the figures more clearly now. They're almost human, but there's something off about them. Their skin is too pale, too smooth, as if it's been stretched over their faces. Their eyes are the most unsettling feature of all. They're deep, dark voids, devoid of any emotion or life. It's as if they're staring into my very soul, and I can feel the weight of their gaze pressing down on me. Their clothing is strange as well, almost like something out of a bygone era. The figure with the knife is wearing a black suit, the fabric almost too pristine, as if it's never been worn before. The other figures are dressed in similar attire, their clothing almost too formal and out of place. It's as if they've stepped out of a different time, a different reality, and have somehow found their way into my world. But why me? Why are they fixated on me? As I try to come up with answers, I'm jolted out of my thoughts by a sudden movement.
The figure with the knife is slowly raising it, almost as if they're about to strike. I can feel the adrenaline coursing through my veins, and I quickly turn away from the mirror.
But the images stay with me, haunting me as I try to go about my daily life. I can't shake the feeling that they're still watching me, waiting for their chance to strike. Every time I catch a glimpse of my reflection, I half expect to see them again, their eyes staring back at me with that same unrelenting intensity. It's as if they're taunting me, daring me to look again, to see what horrors they have in store for me. And as the days turn into weeks, I can feel myself slipping further and further into their grasp. I'm no longer just seeing things in the mirror. I'm hearing whispers in the darkness, feeling the cold touch of something unseen. I know that I need to do something, to find a way to break free from their grasp. But it feels like there's no escape, that I'm trapped in a nightmare with no end in sight. As I sit alone in my room, the darkness closing in around me, I can feel their presence once again. I can sense their cold gaze on my back, and I know that they're coming for me. And as I brace myself for the inevitable, I can't help but wonder what horrors they have in store for me, what horrors await me in that other world beyond the mirror.
One night, as I'm lying in bed, I hear a faint tapping on my window. I try to ignore it, telling myself it's just the wind or a tree branch. But the tapping continues, growing louder and more insistent.
Finally, I steel myself and slowly get out of bed. I approach the window cautiously, not sure what to expect. As I peer out into the darkness, I see a figure standing just beyond the glass. It's the same person from the mirror, the one with the knife. The one with the thin, pale skin and the eyes that aren't much more than black pits. They're holding the knife up, tapping it against the glass. I freeze, unable to move or speak. The figure looks directly at me, then slowly draws a finger across their throat, just like they did in the mirror. I know that I'm in danger, that I need to get out of there as fast as possible. But as I turn to run, I see something else in the reflection of the glass.
There are more figures outside, surrounding my house. I can see them clearly now, their faces twisted in grotesque expressions.
They're all holding knives, all waiting for their chance to strike. I know that I'm trapped, that there's no way out. I'm alone, surrounded by something unspeakable, something that wants to do me harm. As I feel the cold grip of terror take hold of me, I realize that I'm not just seeing things in the mirror. I'm seeing things that are real, things that exist just beyond the edge of our world. And they're coming for me.